Hi, a good friend of mine on the internet posted one of these 50 things you didn't know about me type of things, and I thought I'm going to do one too because that's how I roll. Anyway, my name's Paul. I'm 51 years old. I was born in Ayr, North Queensland. That's about 87 kilometres south of Townsville. And for those people overseas that don't even know where that is, I can't help you there. Sorry about that. I went to Pimlico State High School for a few years, and yay Pimlico, it's pretty good. I didn't mind it. I'm a public servant during the week. I work for the Department of Natural Resources and Mines in the titling section. It's kind of boring in an interesting sort of way, or interesting in a boring kind of way. I'm a mobile DJ on most weekends. You know, I play music for weddings, parties, school discos, anything. And it's actually more stressful than the public service, so yeah, go figure. The first movie I ever saw was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, or Planet of the Apes, back in '69 or something. I can't really remember when because I was just a young nipper. Can't remember, but yeah, both great movies. I recommend you see them. And if you want to know my favourite movie of all time, no, it's not Star Wars like everyone thinks it is. It's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's very religious, deep and meaningful. Just see it. You'll know what I'm talking about. And music, my favourite song of all time. Now, you haven't heard of this. It's called Who Was It by Hurricane Smith. I posted here, but YouTube's got a bad reputation of deleting all copyrighted stuff, and I really hate that. Who Was It? Hurricane Smith. Love it. Food. I hate onions. That is all. My favourite food is gnocchi. I just love that. My best I ever had was just outside the Vatican in Italy. It was just wonderful, and I was getting chatted up by this beautiful Italian girl, but that's another story. Anyway, gnocchi, I love it. This is kind of bizarre, but every time I walk into a movie theatre, I must always go down the left-hand aisle, if there's two aisles, the left hand. Oh, since you're watching this, it's probably that side. But on the left-hand side, I've got to go down. There's a story behind that, but I won't go into it. Left-hand side. In the days when I used to take a bath, no, I take a shower every day, but I just don't have a bathtub. But when I used to have a bath, I could never be in the bathroom when I removed the plug from the plug hole. I couldn't be in the bathroom when the last remnants of the water went down. It was something to do with the sound of it. I hated it. So I can get dressed and everything while the water's going down, but just before that last drop goes down, I have to be outside of the bathroom. That's me. I know you really want to know this, but I skinny dipped once. We broke into a person's place and used their pool, and I skinny dipped. I'm not ashamed. Many of you know this already, but I have a daughter. She's 10 years old, and she currently lives in Ukraine. And yeah, she's the most beautiful girl in the world, and her name is Victoria, but we call her Vika. Yeah, I'm somewhat of a nerd. I've fallen in love over the internet twice. Don't hold that against me. Once when I was on Kontiki, back in '97, we toured around Europe, blah, blah. I got separated from the bus, investigating the casinos in Monaco, and I got lost. It was great. Can you imagine being lost in Monaco? It was at 7 p.m. or something. I had to catch the bus because we had to go back to Paris or something like that. Anyway, I did find the bus eventually, but what a place to be stuck in Monaco. It was just fantastic. I highly recommend you get there too. And many of you know that I'm somewhat of a nerd. No, actually I'm a big nerd. I like to make special effect videos just for the sake of doing special effects. I've got this software from the internet, and you can do lightsabers and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I actually like that. Back in 1993, I was married, yay! However, in about 1997, I got divorced. That's a long story and you don't want to hear it because I've told it so many times. It goes without saying, I love disco and I love disco dancing. I have travelled extensively, I guess you can call it extensively. I've been to the United States 3 times, in particular New York. I've done that Kon-Tiki trip of Europe. That was quite amazing. I've been to Turkey, and having a Ukrainian daughter, I've been to Ukraine 9 or 10 times. Now that is an adventure. I won't say I highly recommend going, but it's an adventure. Yeah, being that I'm a bit odd and obtuse, I like to write letters and emails and everything, but one of my weird pen pals was a female murderer. She's still in jail. I don't think she's going to get out, but I conversed with her for a couple of years, but the snobby cow hasn't written back to me recently. I think she's in solitary. Anyway, hope she suffers. My favourite singer, this is going to shock a lot of people. I love Alice Cooper. He's my favourite singer. And on the other end of the scale, I have an enormous crush on Shania Twain. As a woman, I really can't fault her, and she's missing out. She doesn't know what she's missing, not being with an Australian, but Canadians. Back in my youth, I used to be quite an athlete, in particular, pretty fast runner over a short distance. I got a couple of little ribbons, a couple of trophies, and I was pretty good at the long jump and high jump. But due to the fact that I really like food more and more these days, those days are past. As far as people go, I have a zero tolerance for liars. You have no idea how many people lie to me and keep lying to me. That's it, gone. And on that subject, I loathe stupidity. I mean, that's even worse than liars. Okay, it might be a mental thing from birth. No, I can't stand it. Keep stupid people away from me, please. Every morning I like to have coffee, sometimes breakfast, somewhere other than home. I just got to be away, and it's always got to be as early as possible, just when the sun's coming up, and it's got to be with as fewer people around me as possible. I like to be alone, drinking my coffee and reading my news and everything. Very important. Yeah, back to Facebook. I like connecting with celebrities on Facebook. It's really good to see how they live and how I discover that they're just not like famous people. They're like me. Oh no, it's not that bad. There's a couple of you that I really, really like, and I appreciate you letting me into your world. But yeah, it gives me a big thrill when a celeb says, "Hi, Paul." It's better than sex. My first job was at Wilmot's Printers and Stationers. Well, that's not quite true, actually. I worked at this department store for one day only, but they were idiots. I mean, they said, "Stack all these skateboards here." And I said, "They won't fit there." And he looked at me and he said, "But they've got to." But they wouldn't. So with that sort of mentality, I quit after one day, and then I started working for Wilmot's, which, printers, stationers, and I really liked that. The first time I got drunk was with those guys. They're great. Anyway, Wilmot's, great stuff. You might have already figured this out, but I'm a chick magnet. Family, I've got an older brother and an older sister and a younger sister. I'm third in line. What more can I say about that? I'm probably the best one though. I'd like to tell you who my favourite Facebook person is, but then I'd have about 112 people deleting me. So I can't say that, but this person knows who they are. You'll be happy to know that I can recite the entire dialogue from Star Wars. And when I say Star Wars, I'm talking about episode 4, A New Hope. But back in 1977, it was Star Wars. I've seen it like hundreds of times. And along with the dialogue, I can even do the music, the soundtrack, and all the sound effects. I know you like that. And when it comes to movies, nothing, and I repeat, nothing scares me. I've seen it all, heard it all, I've done it all. No, since probably 1982, nothing scares me. I dare you. I visited Universal Studios once, and one of the biggest thrills of my life was I shook hands with the guy that played Biff in Back to the Future. It was a big deal for me. It was great. I don't think anyone else recognised him, but I did, and I shook his hand, so there you go. My all-time favourite place on earth, this is a bit of a weird one, is Delhi, New York, upstate New York. Sleepy little town. It's just cliche, typical of what you'd expect small town USA. You know, I just have wonderful memories of that place. Love going for breakfast at this little cafe. Delhi, New York, loved it. I have never seen the music video clip to Gangnam Style, and I will never, because if I want to elaborate on that, I don't believe in music video clips, because it just makes a good song look bad in some cases, and a bad song look good in other cases. You should be judging the song on the music itself, not because it's got some leggy woman and people dancing in unison and all that sort of crap. Just on the song itself, that's all. I like chocolate and I like peanuts, but I can't have chocolate with peanuts inside. It's yin and yang. It's like one's supposed to be salty and one's supposed to be sugary. I can't do that. It's not an attraction of the opposites. So, yeah, I like my peanuts salted and I like my chocolate sugary. That's it. This is a little bit funny. I'm a bit bald. You probably haven't noticed, but I'm a little bit bald. I'm very bald. So as a gimmick, because I'm a thrill seeker, I like to do these sort of things, I bought this sprinkle on hair thing, and you sprinkle it on and it makes it look like you got a full set of hair. I went on a date once with her and she didn't know. The only thing is, you know, you go to sleep and it comes off, so you've got like hair on the pillow and you're bald again in the morning. It's kind of like one of those Cinderella things. But anyway, I recommend it for a 24-hour date. Oh yes, and I love astronomy, the stars, space, planets, anything like that. There was once a time I could nearly name every star in the sky. You might think that's rubbish, but I could. And when we just recently had that flyby of Pluto, it was pretty amazing. I was glued to my computer screen watching it. What a nerd. Also, when I was in America, I walked on top of the World Trade Center. And it might be a touchy subject, but I remember being up there and I said this would be really scary if it fell down because you're so high up. When I was a young'un, one of the things I used to do was collect movie ticket stubs. Pretty good, eh? And on the movie ticket stub, this is before they used to print out the name of the movie and the time and everything, because they were just like little check tickets. I would write what movie I saw, how many times I saw it, the date I saw it, and all that sort of stuff. I had hundreds. Star Wars, December 23rd, 1977, I was in the Forum, seat B12. My favourite feature on a woman is her nose. I don't know why, particularly in profile. And then after that comes her eyes, and then I love their chins. And it's pretty much anything to do with the face after that. So no, I'm not into the booby stuff or the butt stuff or the leg stuff. It's got to be all about the face. And to this day, there's only been one woman who has everything just right. And yes, you know who you are. This isn't very exciting, but I can recite the Greek alphabet. But why would you want to? Back in the day, when CDs first came out, I stole a CD from the store and I got caught by the police and everything. I didn't get charged, I just got a slap on the wrist, but I won't tell you what CD it was because you'll think I'm a bigger idiot than you already think I am. But yeah, so I don't do that anymore. And kids, don't do it. You were all waiting for this. Smoking is a filthy habit. I can understand addiction, but I don't understand how people start in the first place. Peer pressure, to be cool, to be rebellious, or a mental disorder. Thankfully, I suffer from none of that, and really, none of you should too. Smoking is filthy. And speaking about smoke, I was doing a DJ gig once at the Townsville RSL Club, and the bride and groom were doing their bridal waltz, and I blew a bit of smoke with my smoke machine to make it all foggy and misty and romantic, and it set off the smoke alarms, and the entire RSL was evacuated for half an hour. That was a wedding they really remembered, and the groom was very good. He said, "Oh no, I'm sure it was just the kitchen," and no, it was me. And I think this is about the 50th thing. My favourite colour is hot pink. You knew that, didn't you? Hot pink. I love it. There was once a time when I wore a hot pink tie, hot pink cummerbund, hot pink socks. I was hot. I love hot pink. So there you have it. 50 things about me that you may or may not know, or did not want to know. If you really like it, share it with people if you want to give them a bad day. Thanks very much for viewing, and I'll catch you next time.